It's about me stumbling away. Stumbling, but life is okay. Say up to me.
Hang on.
It's so better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone.
What's up, YouTube? It's Nice Man. Oh, 72 coming at you. Already got a comment. One, man, what's up, Mike? You doing all right, brother? Hey, man, you like my frames? You know what movie that's from, right? Hey, man, y'all, you are not going to believe it. I actually have my very first, I had 3 orders with PSA. And they're from Major League. Wow thing. Could not resist. I think I look pretty good in them too. Smart and a little edgy. But I got the I put PSA when I got back into collecting back in the fall. I got I was like, slabbing someone, getting your cards graded, that's cool, but the reason I did it was protection of the card. And then I'm like, man, some of these cards I like are pretty dead burn expensive. So let me get some of these and see about flipping and researching everything. And everything said PSA. So I went PSA. I did 3 orders. Well, this is the very first order I put in with PSA back in November before Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving. Just got them back in the mail today. So I got that. Got a Mailbin Tuesday. Got some other stuff I want to show you. Some stuff I pulled. No, I don't have the stuff I pulled yet. Never mind. But anywho, without a further ado, yeah, this is PSA, man. I put this stuff out, and I'm really happy with everything but one grade, and I honestly think it's population control, based on the product, the player, so here we go. Without further ado. Hey, Central Valley, no problem, brother. Hey, you got some good content on there so far, so keep it up, man. Keep it up. Everybody needs to go follow Central Valley Cards. He's new to the community. He's got, I think, 2 or 3 videos. Cards has watched him, and I've watched him, and man, he's got some pretty good videos. So it's just starting out. So let's make sure we support each other. We're here to help each other and share. But I want to share my PSA with you. This first one is Carter Kieboom with the Washington Nationals, of course. A lot of this is Washington National stuff, but some of it's not. And but this is Washington Nationals, Carter Kieboom. If we do have ball, he'll be the starting third baseman, replacing Anthony. But anywho, it is the from the Silver Pack Chrome. Let me read it. It's 2019 Top Silver Pack Carter Kieboom, the 84 promo, black refractor. It is not. It is serial numbered. Man, I'm about half blind, y'all. It's 15 out of 199. That's the one thing I wish PSA would do is put the serial number like SGC does. That's really good, especially for us blind people. And also, Tops, if you're listening, you need to do something with your SP codes. That font on the card is entirely too small. I don't care if you got 20/20 vision, you can't read that stuff. But anywho, bam. Super. This is PC all day long. So he was going to be a phenom. He was moving up, and some say he got his I've heard a lot of talk. He got maybe too big for his britches, and then he came under what a lot of rookies do. Getting moved up fast like that, and then making the big show, and then going in a slump. That's what happened to him last year. I mean, he did some key plays during the playoffs, but I mean, they're sticking with him. So anyway, next one, very happy with. Just not because of the grade, but Central, I'm with you, brother. Here you go. I got the 2019 Bowman 30th anniversary card. It's gold. It is numbered out of 50, and I believe it's either 6 or 8. I can't rightly tell y'all. Not hashtag Ghetto Productions, hashtag Dirty South Productions. It's either 6 or 8. I can't tell. I'm about half blind. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to show that. Let's see. Boom. 10. Got a 10. Really happy with that grade. On the bottom is my eBay store, Facebook, and Instagram, if you'd like to follow. And then during the course of the events, if you'd like to subscribe, that would be great. Hit the little bell notification, all that good jazzy stuff. Like the video. That helps me out. Lets me know if you got any comments, positive, even constructive criticism. As long as you're not an ass, leave something for me. I'm open, anything to help, but I'm not real big into production stuff, so that's why I do live stuff. 2019, this is going to be the Tatis Jr. Special Tops cards. This is the Juan Soto, the Dominican Republic. It's going to be red auto in 2019. So technically, this is his first inception kind of cards. So it's 15 out of 25. It got a PSA 10. PSA 10 all day long, which was good. And I'm trying to keep up with the comments, y'all. So I'm going to be honest. I'm looking at this. I've looked at other cards from the same product line. This looks as good as any. I'm going to be honest. It's probably because it was one of the first ones. I think the pop on this card is 4 cards, I think. So I really do think it's a population control with this product, with this player. It is the 2000 Topps Inception Juan Soto Emerging Stars Orange Auto, 48 out of 50. And I'll let you look up the pop and you tell me if you don't think this ain't pop control. 8.5. And I don't see an 8.5. I don't see a 10, but I don't see an 8.5 either. This was a lot disappointing, to be honest. PSA would do that. I really do think, one of the first cards I sent off, but I'm looking, it's not off center, top, bottom, left, or right. It's a good looking card. There's no surface conditions on it. I mean, it was a brand new card. I mean, I don't understand how you get an 8.5 in that product with a player of that caliber. I don't understand. When you gave a 10 on a card that's 15 out of 25, I mean, I don't understand it. But John, I'm doing better. Today I had a rough afternoon. I was I'm able to work from home. So I've got so much metal and stuff in my neck that this low front here on the East Coast pushing through. killed me this afternoon. Came out of nowhere. Was actually with guns, and had to get off talking with him, and I had to lay down for a little bit, take some meds. But thank you very much for asking. Overall, I'm doing a lot better. Just if this crappy weather would move out. Hey, crossover to SGC. I'm thinking about it. It's my understanding. I know Bobbles gave me. I actually shot this kind of by Bobbles. About the grade because I saw what that grade was going to be, and I ran that by Bobbles and a couple other people. About doing that, and I guess they won't crack it if it won't. It'll stay encased, or you have to ask to keep encased. That's the only thing I'm worried. I don't want to. And John, I'm with you. It's an escape for me too. My daddy passed away been a year ago. This past April, and that was something we loved to do when I was a kid. So it just kind of helped, and it helps manage some PTSD I got too. So it's all good from old John. Hey, y'all, look at this. We got Central Family going to do a bolt to SGC tomorrow. I just actually sent out some today, this morning, while I was feeling good. And went to the post office. Man, Central, I think you'll be happy with SGC. I really do. And you can say, I don't submit to PSA anymore, really, unless it's something that I really think PSA's going to beat SGC down like bad. And that's probably going to have to do with autos, because I do not like Beckett. Beckett is entirely too high, in my opinion. And I've got a Wander Franco card that I'm not happy with them on. And a Central, use this code. It still should be good. It still may be good. It's 10% off. If you use Danner 10, you get 10% off, depending on what your bulk order is. I think on bulk orders, you don't get a discount, but say if it's under 100 cards, I don't know. But anybody else, feel free to use it. I hadn't heard anybody say that it's not been used yet, but y'all go on there and do, if you've got one or two cards, go on there and drop that code down. I don't get nothing out of it. I just asked for one, just to get throw out SGC product out there. So, and I'll leave that running across there for a couple of minutes. This next card, honestly, I did research on it, and Filmington did when he was doing his prospect series back at the end of the year, first of the year. This is one of the guys he talked about, and at the time, I still think it's a very good. Thank you, John. Really means a lot. Appreciate you. It's a 2019 Bowman Sterling. It's orange auto of Marcio Luciano. Really happy with that grade. And I love orange. I love the oranges. And then the next ones, I've got two of these, which is pretty funny. I think there's only, I got to look again, but I don't think on the top report on these cards, I think I hold half of what's on the pop report right here. It's the 2019 Bowman Wander Franco 30th anniversary chrome refractor 9. Times 2. Man, figure out this damn burn camera on this thing. But I got two of them bad boys. And Wander Franco, honestly, they say he's prospect. But I'm going to say this. I saw him play spring ball this year against the Nationals more than one occasion, and he was starting third base at both games. And even spring ball, he was hustling. He's got some skills. I think with the shortened season, if we have a season, Tampa Bay has got a strong team to work with, because I think hot streaks are going to matter. And I think they're going to be moving players up and down, especially younger guys, a lot more than you would ever see during a regular season. I think that's going to be the new norm for player rotation to keep, because hot streaks are really, really going to matter when it's a really short season. And a cold streak's going to hurt you too. But Tampa's got a really strong team that can. I think that's your definite sleeper potential. Better watch out. And if you can still get Wander Franco, I would. What's up? She's blinding me with refractors, man. Oh man, I'm making the big leagues now. Put me in, coach. I was just, I gotta, man, blinded. I gotta come back on these two for you, man. Look at this doubles. My PSAs came in today for November. 2 9s, orange. And I was saying that better watch out for Tampa Bay. Hot streaks are going to matter, and that Wander Franco is still a good product, even in base, to pick up. That's my opinion. Yes, White Sox is definitely good. They were going to be good anyway, especially in the next season or two, I think. But y'all, the man plays in Charlotte, and I'm just outside of Charlotte. Born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, it's not Louise Robert. It's Louis Robert. He's Louis Robert. That's how they do his name. But yeah, I've got a pristine Louis Robert Bowman Chrome that I'm keeping. And then the next 3 are still Wander Franco cards. The next one's a 2019 Bowman Platinum Top 9 prospect. It's the green serial numbered 51 out of 99, I think. And I pulled this straight out of retail. It got an 8.5, but it's still, it had some issues on it. Man, I can't figure out this. Anybody else use Steam when their camera, you just can't get used to the camera. But it's hilarious. So, and then the next 2 are, I got 2 of them. They're both serial numbered out of 250. One's 205 and one's 200. It's the 2019 Bowman Draft Wander Franco. It's the purple refractor. Both got 9s. So you seeing Gilbert Grape here. I had double oranges. Now I got double grapes, y'all. Look at that. Fielding. Really happy with those. Let's see. That's my PSA order. Yeah, that came from PSA. And I got these in. I've already opened them up. Oh, and I got to show you this buy too. I'm not really sure about these cards. I picked these up really cheap off of eBay on auctions. I guess it's called sniping. Oh no, I won the bid at the very end on these 1-4 cards. I'll show you those real quick. But they're that cheap WCG slab stuff. You don't even know if they're in existence anymore. But I see a lot of like Michael Jordan stuff. But this is the 96-97 Flair 23 karat gold Michael Jordan rookie card. And it's got the signature series. That's the only reason I got it. I saw a lot of these. And I got it for a lot, but I got 4 of them. And I hadn't found many that's got like the auto facsimiles on it. A lot of them doesn't have it. So I got 4 of them. I was going to do a crossover to SGC maybe one day. I was just going to sit on them. I know they ain't worth nothing. Like for like label, for a slab label. I feel kind of, I ain't gonna lie, I got a little bit of guilt on this one. Somebody either didn't know what they had or they needed the money, and I'm hoping that they needed the money. But they had it listed offer, and I gave a best offer, and I was like really surprised they took it. I mean, like really surprised. This is a card that was graded under the SGC 100 point scale, and it's a 96.9, but it's the 96-97 Upper Deck Kobe Bryant rookie card. 96.9 on that card, and that card, I mean, if y'all keep up with Kobe, I mean, y'all know what his stuff is running when it grades good, and they're tough cards to grade anyway. Until sorry, I don't mean to shake. So there. So, I mean, I'm like really, what's up, brother? Sick man, I'm in the big leagues. God almighty. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, ain't never seen y'all on here. I got to introduce you to Mike. Mike's the CO. He keeps me locked down here on the rock. You'll see him every now and then go by do a head count, but Card sent me this in a care package. Even my little buddy, him and I kind of look like him now when I shaved. So I did that, and this is going to go a little long, y'all. I hope you stick with me. And there's a code down there. It's been rolling, so hopefully you get it and use it, and it's still good. Banner 10 for SGC. And I got some other banners we're going to be rolling. So some social media stuff on there. I'm still new to YouTube, but I've been on Instagram for a while, and then I reached out to Facebook, and then I went to YouTube. So, but I do this to have fun. So, but if you don't mind, hit the like button if you like it. Hit the subscribe button and that bell for the alert. I don't know. Some of the videos I do get alerts on. Some of y'all I do alert for. 2019 Topps Jordan. I've already got one sitting. I got 2. And I got 3 that's come in. And these are for retail. I'll just be straight with you, because I'll show you what I buy for my PC too. And I flip some stuff so I can make for my PC. I also have this I've got the clear acetate 8 of 10 card for Jordan. It's over here, and I also have the Walgreens yellow short print Jordan for 2019 Rookie Cup and Rookie Card designation. The next 2 are the 2020. I butchered a man's name, and I don't want to butcher it, but I got 2 of them. And I missed something on this one. I think it was the edges on it, to be honest. Got an 8 on that one. All good. And then the next one is the 84 Chrome 10. Yeah, stacking Jordans for real, man. I think and all those Jordans are pulled straight up. The acetate was pulled out of a hobby box that I had bought from a case. I bought a case, and it was one of the ones I opened up. the Walgreens came from Walgreens pharmacy box, and then all these came from Pat Pulled, and looks like Julio Rodriguez card. Start grabbing. Thoughts? Then that's the non-refractor version, 9.5. And it's interesting on Gavin Lux. I think I got every grade just about. There's a 10. Here's a 9.5. Yeah, that's a good one. I've got the pristine Lewis Robert, and I've got a pristine Bo. And I've actually got Bo for sale on eBay because I got my eye on something. That's funny, Bob. I put that up, man. And for y'all that may not know who Bobbles and Ball Cards is, he's new to the community too, but he's got a lot of good informational stuff out there on SGC for those that like to flip and sell SGC and just that platform. He's got some really good videos. Go over and find him and watch him and subscribe to him. He's got a bunch of followers now. He's really booming right now, but he's cool. He remembers where he came from. So he still takes calls from me. Here's another 9.5. Thought I had a 9. The next is Dustin May, rookie card, 10. 10. 9. Oh, hey, brother 6. Here's that pristine. But God, this Steam is like the opposite of what I want to do on my regular camera, y'all. So I apologize. And I know there's a lot of people that I've been finding that's said it in different videos, that have said it in like Instagram and Facebook posts and stuff, that evidently this is a hard card to get a 10 in by anybody. And it has to do with the whitening at the bottom of the card. So I'm really happy that I got that. But I'm not a Toronto fan. I'm not a Bo fan. So, I mean, thank you, brother. And here's a 10 inning. Oh, this is the one that had about every grade. 9.5. And a 9. I thought that was a trip. And we're getting down to the last 2. And this next guy, it's a 2019 Jose batter up. I'm not really sure, but it's the red. It's the 85 Topps red design, red border, 7 out of 10. It got an 8. And then this is from my PC. I PC Anthony Rendon too. But I've got this. I swore I had it. I got so many Anthony's. I've got a blue one, but it's not this one. Sorry, y'all. I got a blue one, but got a 9. I got a 10. I think it's down in my case. I'm running out of room for storage, and the wife doesn't like the clutter. She calls it clutter. Uh, yeah, I'm flipping the bows. I'm flipping the bows. I don't need them. And that's why I got them. I mean, that was the whole intent. I actually had a Juan Soto. I stick to my word. I had a Juan Soto, the base, and it got a gold pristine. And I said that card's to sell. I had two left. I said I want to grade this one, send it off, get it graded, and it's for sale no matter when it comes back as. I never thought it would get a pristine, but it got a pristine. And I sold it for 220. I had it listed for 240. Sold it for 220 about a month or so ago. I'll probably catch hell for that one from folks, and I don't really blame it. But I had the whole intent of that was for sale, which worked out because I was able to buy some other stuff that I really wanted. And so my other one came in and I got it. Speaking of stuff that's come in, this first one I want to show, I got this one really. PC Victor Robles. I think his stuff is moving, and I think part of it is his stuff in the hobby is going up because of the people think they want to catch a rising star kind of thing, which he is. He's a good ball player. He just needs to stop swinging at everything that comes across the plate. But he is a good ball player. But I got this Topps rookie card, red, and it's number 1 out of 25. God, this camera is like checking me up. And it's a facsimile auto. You're funny, Bobble. Bobbles knows who it is. Bobbles got a really good. He's a Nats fan too. I think it's me, him, and Bart, the PSA guy. Bart, he's pretty cool. I talked to him on Instagram and follow some of his stuff. A lot of his stuff actually. Him and Eric, I like their stuff, and I was really happy that she blinded me with the Fratters had something come on. Things are crazy and busy, but man, I enjoy your content too. So. And then I'm a dummy. I didn't know about this card until Bobbles told me about it. And he was like, don't get the on-demand one. Get this one. That's just wicked cool with Robles. I mean, that's just that. So then this weekend, I went and was going through my old cards from the 80s. Thank you, brother. Yeah, which is kind of funny. What the going back, because I remember being a kid back in the 80s. Chili Sports Card, actually, on his last video he's just did, he has the Ken Griffey Action 3D. And I went on eBay trying to find some, and man, even that stuff is going up. Everything is going up. But I said, I want to start focusing back on stuff that I grew up on with the 80s product. And I'm going to be honest, y'all. I think this is a junk wax renaissance going on, the start of a renaissance, because this stuff is moving. I still think ESPN is a shill for Topps because they did the Michael Jordan. Now they're going to do the McGuire stuff, and it's going to go through I think just because in general prices, everything's rising, but guys like my age in their mid to late 40s, they're getting back into it, and this is stuff they know. It's easy to fall back because there's so much as a new person getting back into it. You forget that there's just so much new stuff. You don't know where to start. You don't know what to do. So, I think that's why a lot of this 80s stuff is moving. That's just my take on it. And with that being said, I got these off of eBay. Yeah, I'll just leave it in there. I don't know why he put two cards back. But anyway, let's see if I can get it out. Shit. If y'all new on here, I do say potty mouth every now and again. Nothing bad. Yeah, I'm not into the 90s and 2000 stuff. I wasn't in collecting then. I was out. I grew up on the late 70s and early 80s. That's my genre. I got out. I basically gave up on baseball after the 94 strike. And I actually bring something up when I show these cards. But this is the classic, that baseball game. But they did cards. McGuire and Eric Davis. I got Kobe because Kobe was a good ball player. That's basketball, not baseball. And I didn't collect basketball cards and stuff. I collected football and baseball. I didn't mess with basketball because I wasn't coordinated enough to play basketball. But and then I picked these up. It was a lot. It's the 87 Donruss, the rookie set. Bo Jackson. And of course, I mean, I got the classic Griffey stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video. I just need to get everything together. That's what I'm working on. Trying to get like my all-star, like classic stuff. These are cards that I've had. The 95% of them will be cards that I had since I was a kid. That's been put up. And then I'll tell you which ones I've gone back and purchased for one reason or another. But that's the collection. That's the mail bin for today. I really appreciate it, everybody. One other thing, put this banner back across here, just in case. That Danner 10, I think, is still good. I hadn't heard anybody say that it didn't work yet. So feel free to go in there and use it. I don't get anything out of it. It's just something to give back. SGC was really cool to do that. And there's my social media stuff. Like I said, I started out on Instagram and Facebook and then moved to YouTube. So hit me up, look me up, follow me, all that good stuff. Man, I hope so. In a way. But it's interesting. I'm not in it, and I see that Filmington on let me get you. Night, John. Have a good evening, brother. Thank you for being here. That's for Eric Davis. Yes, I cannot believe how bad some of these guys are. I mean, like shit. Like, I mean, exactly. I mean, unless it's the Desert Storm stuff. I mean, some of these need to go in penny sleeve. Sent that, not even a penny sleeve. Oh, pet peeve. Yellowback. I think the greenback is twice as rare, supposedly. Ooh. Hmm. Um, Man, who else gets pissed off with this? Scotch tape. I'd rather you just take a rubber band to the damn thing. I mean, that works too. And then you got to take that and you got to cut that with a blade, and you risk cutting the card. Jeez Louise. Sorry. And then I save these. Try not to pop them off. But yeah, this 80s stuff, I think it's a renaissance. I'm calling it the junk wax renaissance. I think anybody agree with that? I mean, with the way everything's going. And then I heard an interesting YouTube while I was working this morning. I put YouTube on. Bobbles, are you talking about the McGuire show, the yellow card? Sorry. Sure you're happy. It's from a game. It's like a game you could play. And they printed and they had cards for it because it's like classic baseball questions on the back of it. So, and that's his rookie card for this product, by the way. It got shipped in a top loader and not in a penny sleeve. Still, I mean, come on. Yeah, I think it's a game, from what I remember. Yeah, and it was kind of expensive too, from what I'm thinking. There we go. We got junk wax nostalgia. Let's do a quick poll. Quick poll. Do you like junk wax nostalgia? Is A, and junk wax renaissance is B. Go. But I heard an interesting conversation on YouTube. God, I'm trying to think of who it was. But they're saying that everything with this argument could be leading up to a potential strike in next season. That a lot of this stuff hammering back and forth between the players union and the owners may be leading up to a strike. I know last night, if y'all didn't watch, go back over to She Blinded Me with Refractors. It was really interesting, some topics that got brought up. And this was kind of one of the things about the whole money situation with some of these guys, millionaires and billionaires fussing over money with the way the country is right now. But, the one I heard on the podcast kind of thing on YouTube that I listened to, I apologize, I can't remember who it is, but they said that, this has a lot to do with some stuff that was already brewing that was probably going to be brought up this year, but they're saying now that that there's stuff it's leading up to a strike for the 2021 season, and there potentially could even be no ball in 2021. That they're saying there's a movement within the players union that's screw. I'm not. So yeah, they're gonna. I don't understand how. It's more to it than that. It's more to it than that. That would be one thing. It'd be like in a '94 deal. That was totally different. That was money with nothing going on like it is. I think there is a strong argument. If you're going to do this, you need to keep these comments behind closed doors. You don't need to let the public hear it. You ever heard the saying, you clean your laundry behind a closed door, you do your own laundry kind of deal. If you want to have these The only reason it's getting out like that is somebody that's a smart ass ball player, and we know who he is. And Bryce Harper brought a title to Philly. I mean, DC. I mean, nowhere. So, yeah, there's more to it than just saying taking a pay cut. Yeah, there's people taking a pay cut now. There's people that don't have a job, that hasn't got unemployment. I mean, I'm being straight up, and these guys are still getting proactive. Now, the agreement that they had, they should be getting paid. The owners need to stand by that, period. And they should be drawing salary, a percentage of it, certainly, just like their form of unemployment. That should certainly be done. And it's nobody's fault that there was a pandemic, but everybody has to make sacrifices. And sometimes things are bigger than what you are and what you think they should be. Especially baseball. Baseball is a sensitive subject in this country, even though it's behind a and I agree with Blinded on this one. Baseball is part intertwined with this country, and it's huge. Look at like what happened after 9/11. That ball game after 9/11 was huge for this country. Because you think of the United States, you think of Uncle Sam, apple pie, baseball, Cracker Jacks, and hot dogs. I mean, that's what you think of. And so it's going to be, they need to keep that stuff behind closed doors. That's just my things. You're welcome, my hot cards. If that was from me, if not, if it was Vols, I know he's got one too. But this whole contract situation is totally different than in '94, and I remember it because I was a young guy then, and I gave up on baseball after that. And then what brought baseball back was McGuire and the home and Sosa and doing the home run deal. So, but yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be interesting, but there's potential with that. Something about the prospects too. I think prospect cards are going to fluctuate if there is a ball season. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a short season. Hot streaks and cold streaks are going to matter, period. It's going to matter. And I think they're going to be shuffling prospects up and down across the board to keep those streaks alive. And it's kind of like maybe like at a hockey game when the coach is switching players out. It may be that much. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Man, nobody voted. What the hell? A for Junk Wax Nostalgia and B for Junk Wax Renaissance. For this Junk Wax thing. Bart, the PSA guy, he's got a really cool video. He's been breaking some top or Donners, I think. So it's pretty interesting, man. He got shafted on one box with the gum and the wax he got from the baseball exchange. That stuff tore some cards up. So, man, y'all reach out to Bart, man, and give him some condolences on some of them cards because he got burned on one or two that were some pretty good Hall of Famers. And that's something you got to watch. I try not to buy the retail box from that stuff. I like to get the vending, and because there's no gum in it. See, look at this. Thank you for voting. Definitely not. And then it's good that people have discussions and talk about what they think and still be able to talk about it and get along, be civil and everything else, man. There's some people, man, they get bent sideways on some subjects. I don't know why. But, that's what we're talking about. I got to get some drinking shingle. I mean, that tells you what era I'm from. Man, I had a big wheelie and jump ramps. Anybody else in here old enough to do that? Anybody else had a big wheelie with a power brake? So did that, but yeah, this it's gonna be a trip, man. We're gonna see what happens. But I am gonna do I'm working on the video and trying to get all the cards together. It's kind of I actually got them finally organized, and I'm gonna do an 80s thing. But one last subject I do want to talk about before we get off here. God, this is almost gone an hour. Brad, you're funny. It's not King of the Road. It's Evel Knievel, baby. Super Dave was Evil's role model. Man, I bet you probably nobody in here, one or two of us remember Super Dave. I always remember that song at the end, had the trailer and it hit the overpass. He's like singing, "It's King of the Road." Boom! And that was freaking great. Mile High cards, thank you. That's what I was getting ready to get into. I had to officially, and I've been putting this out on other YouTubes and Instagrams, I had to report to YouTube. I had to report those back pages. I had to report Eric, and I had to report Bart, the PSA guy, for content violations on their YouTube videos. And I say it with pride that I did it. And if you don't like it, because they subliminally put messages in their Tops Project 2020 for me to buy that stuff. I broke down and got it. I wasn't for it. Some of the stuff I sent, I mean, I can't believe some of these early cards are, and it's the short run. But I watched Backpage's video today, and Eric nailed it for me. We cannot look at Tops Project 2020 through baseball card collecting goggles. This is it is a form of art based off of sports cards. So it's art. I'm some of the cards are just plain damn ugly. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a fan of that Mike Trout. Oh shit. Go ahead, Bobbles, with your question. But I think it's an art form because a lot of these artists, some of these artists are already established sports guys. So I mean, kind of is what it is on that. I've bought some stuff. I've got I like Blake Jameson stuff. I really love the Don Mattingly card. I got the McGuire card. And I got the Cal Ripken card. So yes, it's a form. Yeah, it's a form of art. You got to look at it that way. I mean, it's their conception off the card. Why the original art and sketch cards from museum and Tops, which are one for dirt cheap. I mean, are those these same artists? I think part of it is part of that, but part of it is promo too. And then you got different people that collect different things. Brad, I'm actually going to throw some of your stuff out. I mean, you got some stuff that I've enjoyed watching that you collect, some different non-sports card stuff. I mean, that's one it is. You know, that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at it if you just need to be either you're going to like it or you don't like it. I mean, it's kind of like PSA and SGC. I mean, it is what it is. You collect what you like. I didn't care for it. The more I started looking into it, looking at some of the different cards, I kicked myself for not getting it when I did. I do think on these, I mean, there's supposed to be so many of these cards made for a certain amount of period is what makes the production run. But everybody's jumping on the bandwagon now, thinking they're going to make $4,000 on a card. Ain't going to happen. That's not going to last on these later runs. These first few cards, yeah, those are going to be your money cards. But these later ones, I don't think so. But yeah, it's just different concept. You know, I would tell y'all to, I would definitely say go with an open mind. If you really want to know about Topps Project 2020, I'm being serious, go with an open mind and go over to those back pages and the videos that he's done on Topps Projects 2020. And I'll say this to be careful on your eBay purchases. This has happened to me, that, you know, you're buying these things and this guy's saying that he's been an established seller on eBay. I looked him up, but you know, he had everything going. He'd been a member for like 8 years on eBay, 99% satisfaction, and see, you got money there on the real. Yeah, Ben Baller's, he's good too. I got the Trout. Did I get a Trout? I can't think. I know I got the Don Mattingly with the face portrait. I got Cal Ripken, and I got McGuire, patriotic one. And it's because of Don owns the rights on that one. They couldn't like really do like the real card. But seriously, go over to my back pages or those back pages, and just to open mind, just watch it, listen to him, then make a decision. But just be careful on these pre-sale stuff because I know Bart said it happened to him. Bart, the PSA guy, he's got a video where he talks about it, and I think he got burned on this where they're doing pre-sale, and sometimes you can actually get the card cheaper through the pre-sale than you can through Topps because of pricing. But just the way it worked out with free shipping and stuff. So, but just be careful. Do your homework on the seller. You know, they could take your money, and then some of these cards are going up in value, especially these early ones. I'm not so worried about these latter ones, honestly. And if I see one I like, I may get it. But I'm a Cal Ripken Jr. fan, always have been. Don Mattingly's the holy grail card going in my casket or going in a deep fryer with me, get cremated. It's going with me. So that's why I got Don Mattingly. But I went for the Trouts. It was a combo. It was all the Trouts except the swirly arm one, which I didn't like. But evidently that's the one worth a lot of money right now. It's going like $3,000 to $4,000 as of like yesterday or Sunday. So, I mean, it can be off the hook. But straight up, pretty cool. And what was the, somebody else said something. And so everybody understands on that Project 2020, they release 2 cards a day. One card will drop off the next day, part of the day. A new one will come up, and it rotates, you know, every 24 hours. I think except for one day, they don't post a card, evidently. I'm not sure about that. They give them a break or something, I guess. I don't know. But it's been fun, y'all. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody. I think this is the most people I've had coming in and out of here. I mean, at one point we had like 10 or 15 people, I think. But thanks for the involvement. Appreciate you. Like I said, there's Cotton Top Cards on eBay with a K. Natsman72s on Instagram and Facebook. Do that. And then, there's that discount code Danner10, 10% off submissions. Use it. Use it before they lose it. And as Elite Code 3 would say, be a wolf, not a lion. That's what we got to do. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Thank you, Mine. Thank you, Mile High, Bobbles, Brad, Central, Valley Cards. Y'all check his videos out. He's new to the community. Y'all make sure you go over. Everybody subscribe to everybody. You got to look out for everybody. We're one community. But yeah, cards and guns, chilies, everybody. John, thanks. John's off here already, but thanks everybody for being on tonight. Had a blast, enjoyed it, and keep your head up, eyes up, head on a swivel. Deuces, be safe and be well.